We all carry a map of where we've been written on our souls. In astrology, your sun sign dictates your power, your drive, and your light. But every light casts a shadow. Beneath the personality traits we show the world, each zodiac sign carries a silent, unhealed scar. It is a foundational wound that shapes how they love, how they fight, and how they protect themselves. Let us look into the dark. Not to judge, but to understand. We begin with the fire signs. They burn bright, but fire consumes. Take Aries. To the world, you are fearless. But your unhealed scar is the sting of betrayal. You charge into life with absolute, fierce loyalty, expecting the same devotion in return. Your deepest wound comes from the time you were blindsided by someone you trusted with your life. Now, you use anger as a shield, striking first so no one can catch you off guard again. Next is Leo. You pour your entire heart into uplifting others, acting as the sun in everyone else's universe. But your scar is unappreciated effort. You remember the exact moment you were discarded by someone who treated your immense generosity as disposable. You mask this wound with pride. Sagittarius, the eternal wanderer. People think you run because you love freedom, but you run because you fear confinement. Your scar is erasure. You remember a time when someone tried to dim your natural optimism, forcing you to conform to a life that stifled your spirit. You flee from deep intimacy because you are terrified of being trapped in that cage again. While fire burns, earth bears the weight. The earth signs carry their scars in absolute silence. Taurus, you build your life on a foundation of predictability and safety. Your unhealed wound is sudden instability. A broken promise, a chaotic upheaval, or a sudden loss shattered your world in the past. You didn't see it coming. Today, you hold on to grudges and resist change, not because you are stubborn, but because you are terrified of losing control again. Virgo, you are the fixer, the healer. But your deepest scar is the memory of falling short. You remember a critical moment when you feel you let down someone who truly depended on you. You carry the irrational guilt of that failure every day, fueling a relentless, harsh inner critic that never allows you to rest. Capricorn, the mountain. You carry the weight of the world on your shoulders because your childhood wound is forced premature maturity. You had to grow up far too fast. You learned early on that no one was coming to save you. Your unhealed scar is the inability to drop your guard and let someone else take care of you. The air signs intellectualize their pain. They weave words and concepts to build a bridge over their wounds. Gemini, you use wit and communication to connect with everyone. Yet, your scar is being fundamentally misunderstood. Your deepest pain comes from being labeled as fake or superficial by people who never took the time to look beneath your dual nature. You hide your profound sadness behind a quick joke because you assume no one truly wants to see your complexity. Libra, you are the diplomat, twisting yourself into shapes to keep the peace. But your scar is the loss of your own identity. You have stayed far too long in toxic situations just to avoid conflict, abandoning yourself to keep others happy. Your hidden fear is that if you show your raw, chaotic, authentic self, you will be entirely unlovable. Then there is Aquarius. You proudly walk to the beat of your own drum, but your unhealed wound is the pain of social exclusion. You vividly remember when your unique ideas and true self faced mockery or rejection. To survive, you built high emotional walls. You stay detached and play the outsider. Finally, we plunge into the water signs. They feel everything, and their scars run as deep as the ocean floor. Cancer, you create a safe emotional harbor for everyone else, but your scar is abandonment. You gave your absolute all to someone who walked away effortlessly, leaving you out in the freezing cold. You wear a hard, impenetrable outer shell today because you are terrified that your fragile, deeply loving heart cannot survive another abandonment. Scorpio, your presence is powerful, but your scar comes from exploited vulnerability. You choose with extreme caution before revealing your true self. You remember a time when your secrets, your trust, and your raw emotions were weaponized against you to control you. Your hypervigilance isn't paranoia. It is a psychological shield to ensure you are never betrayed like that again. Pisces, the dreamer. You absorb the emotions and pain of the entire world. Your unhealed wound is harsh disillusionment. You put your absolute faith in a person or a reality that completely deceived you. The cruelty of the world broke your spirit, and you constantly fight the urge to escape into fantasy just to keep your heart from shattering completely. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe.